What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So every single Wednesday I upload a new video for the series 100 runs, and it's basically just me picking out a dungeon that you guys select, and I do it 100 times, but I save all the items that I tend to put on the auction house, and I didn't show you guys the route that I use. I show you guys all the loot that I obtained, so we can kind of see how much gold I made, and roughly do like in gold per hour, which tends to vary extremely much. But in today's video, you guys selected SUNWELL. So I've done 100 runs of SUNWELL. I'm ready to show you guys the result and the route that I do. But before we begin, if you guys got any suggestions whatsoever on what the next run should be, then just go ahead and leave it down below in the comment section. And if you see an interesting one, just upvote that one. And also I've done like, I don't know, like 1,700 runs of like 17 different dungeons. It's something around that. So keep in mind to check out the playlist down below in the comment section pinned and see if I've already done 100 runs of the dungeon that you might have in mind, right? So yeah, SUNWELL. While I show you guys a route, which is once again one of the easiest routes you can do, we're going to talk about why you should farm SUNWELL. And there's actually a lot of specific patterns and plans, because that's the keywords in this dungeon, like patterns and plans. We want to farm SUNWELL, like instead of doing, let's say, Mana Tombs or Carousel, which is also for like TBC plans and patterns, because there's actually a couple of plans and patterns in SUNWELL that can only drop in SUNWELL. Keep in mind though, however, like there's a shit ton of BOP plans and patterns in this dungeon, so you gotta be swimming in BOP ones. Like you can't sell those, which kind of sucks. It can be demotivating getting up just like a bunch of the BOP ones, but there's a lot of patterns, like doing 100 runs in SUNWELL, and you will get a shit ton of plans and patterns that you can actually sell if you compare it to like Mana Tombs and Carousel, which I've already done 100 runs of. So we can compare it like quite well, especially when you guys see the result. But basically what you want to do, if you have a Warlock or a Monk, you can place your teleportation abilities like right down beneath this plateau, like right here, because basically we're going to kill all the mobs in this green starter area, and after killing these mobs, we're going to go upstairs and we're going to walk like this, like all the way around, and then we're going to end at this plateau, which is like a dead end. So if you have a Monk or a Warlock, you can just use your teleport ability to get down to the base level and then just run out of the dungeon, right? I don't do that. I usually sign up for Panda Scenario, so whenever I kill the mobs on this last plateau, I just teleport to Scenario and then teleport out of Scenario, and I'm going to be like right outside the dungeon. But the reason why we're going to end at that plateau is it's quite obvious. Like, we can't kill any bosses, we can only kill trash, because as soon as you kill a boss, you're going to be saved to the dungeon, so you can no longer grind out the trash. And when we're talking about like gold per hour in this run, it's not really fair to use the term gold per hour or market value per hour, because doing 10 runs of this takes you like 25, 30 minutes, depends on if you have a speed set like me or like what class you play, but it is really, really fast. So we're still gonna like take a look at the gold per hour as if 10 runs was an hour, because you get saved for an hour after doing 10 runs. But yeah, you actually got something of value, crashing, trashing. But doing doing it with any class, like you don't really need a specific class for this. Not at all. You don't need a specific profession or anything. The only thing you're after is plans, patterns, world drops, and as I already said, there's a couple of like SUNWELL only plans and patterns that can drop in this place. So this is basically the end. It's a really short run, but you can't really do anything else due to the bosses blocking it. So this is where you would normally port down on a Warlock or a Monk, because you can't actually jump down. And the alternative is to either use a Panda Scenario to port in and out, leave group, delete your Hearthstone, like do all those tricks, or just like manually walking out. So that's it for the route. Really, really simple stuff. Now what we all care about is the loot, right? So as you guys can see, I got a shit ton of plans and patterns, and we're going to go through these so you guys can see the reason why we get so many. So starting at the bottom, like the carapace of Sun and Shadow, market value of 24,000 gold. It's 33,000 gold in my realm. I got 3 of these. SUNWELL only pattern, right? Same with this one, Robe of Eternal Light, like 12,000 gold market value, only 3.5 in my realm, 3 of these. The Sun-Dretched Scale Chest Guard, 25k market value, 34,000 gold in my realm, also SUNWELL only. Sunblessed Breastplate, same. And then the Pendant of Sunfire, same. That's a shitty value in my realm though, good market value. Sunfire Robe, exactly the same. Hardcore Battle Plate is the same. So you should definitely do SUNWELL just to get at least one of each of these, because they do sell. However, they sell slowly though, as you guys can see on the sell rate. They're slow sellers, but they always sell in the end. SUNWELL only, nothing really too interesting. Most of these are like kind of low value. Got the sign, but this is the big money. Plans Felsteel Longblade. This one has a market value of 306,000 gold, 200,000 gold in my realm. I was lucky enough to get it. This one actually sold for $1 million back in Legion. Like, they were flying off the auction house. Everyone wanted to get one because the Felsteel Longblade is a really, really popular mod, and I used to sell a couple of these swords a week, so it would be a good investment to buy it for $1 million. Like, eventually you would make your gold back, right? I myself bought it for 222,000 gold, so more than what it's worth on my realm today. But back in the days when I bought it for 222k, it was a bargain. Like, it was a steal. It really was. And I made the gold back in a week, so no worries about that. This one is really bad. I'm not sure why that one is there. This is the one that I got now with like this run. And then Blade of Wizardry, really cool weapon, and has a 0.03 sell rate, which is insane to be like a world drop, like a weapon, but it has a really unique look. 85,000 gold market value, sadly only 40,000 gold, and there's 11 of these on the auction house. And the reason why some of these TBC patterns and plans and world drops have gone down in value is because there's a lot of bots running, especially Botanica. I'm not sure if we can see it right now, but if you do /hoop Botanica, usually right now there's only 2 druids in Botanica. They're level 100, both of them, like, they're most definitely bots, so I'm not going to show their names just in case they actually aren't bots and I'm accusing them of being bots. But like one time on my realm, I was doing /hoop Botanica, and there was 11, I think it was Demon Hunters, like 11 Demon Hunters in Botanica. There's a lot of people running bots in Botanica, which blows for farmers like myself, since I really love to do TBC farms. But regardless, like, the combined value of this is, if I just kind of clear out my chat like this, beautiful. And if I use my TSM macro right now to see the market value combined of everything in my bags, we have a value of 634,000 gold. Not bad. So like every 10 runs, 63,000 gold, like roughly. That's not bad at all. And I'm fully aware that these are going to sell super slowly, like most of them. But like the Felsteel Longblade pattern, it's not going to be too hard to sell. So that's at least 200,000 gold, and at least 40,000 gold for this one. So already in these 2 items, it's beating a lot of the 100 runs that I've done so far. And then I'm just going to sell off these, and I'm currently sitting on with a couple of them on my bank tune, but I've done this SUNWELL a lot of times, and I don't really have that many duplicates left on my bank. Not that I can see, actually. So basically, we've made, I've sold them, right? Otherwise, I would have like a couple of this one on the bank and a couple of every one of these patterns and plans on my bank tune, trying to sell them still. But I don't, so I must have sold them at some point. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. So go to SUNWELL, and if you get something cool, like, let me know the results in the comment section. Like, some of you guys are extremely lucky. I've seen it in some of the other 100 runs videos, and go down in the comment section of my videos, and I see that you guys try it out, and some of you are just extremely lucky. And then there's some of you guys who are as unlucky as I usually am, so I'm not alone, at least. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. As always, And you can always like or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all back in the next one. Until then, bye bye.